Hi there, and welcome to today's reading. I have been taking a lot of time out and doing the work, as they say, and it is time to stop being so inwardly focused, start making a change, and stepping out and doing readings again. So I've been getting really in my head about this intro, and we're just going to keep it short and go right into it. So the first two cards that wanted to come out for us today are Transformation and Light Force Energy. And Life Force Energy. So with this Transformation card, we have been on that inward journey. She is on her knees, so we've had no choice but to surrender to the flow and go inside and fix what you thought was broken. But it's not broken. We are repairing our life force energy. There is so much life and beauty and wonder to be had in every leaf, flower, animal around us. And we are a part of all of that. And we are repairing those connections. But sometimes that means taking our time and shedding the old layer, the stuff that is no longer resonant for us in our lives anymore. So I'm going to go in to the Crystal Spirits Oracle and find out what crystal wants to come forward to help us as we're transforming this life force energy or our relationship to it. So first off, we have raw morganite, sensitivity, gentleness, empathy, compassion, the gift of vulnerability, and self-forgiveness. No matter how hard the rock, over time water can alter it, making a path where there was none before. The appearance of this crystal is a sign that this is time for you to embrace your sensitivity and gentleness. There is no need to be forceful when you can simply be open to what you are entitled to receive. Allow yourself to be vulnerable as this crystal spirit appears in raw, unpolished form, finding strength in knowing that you do not have to engage in battles that serve no one. You are able to handle whatever dramas are in front of you now. Your exquisite sensitivity will serve you well, for it allows you to see things as they are. The conscious universe will be gentle with you, and raw morganite spirit is here to let you know that you are not alone, and you have a solid foundation beneath you. So express your gifts of empathy and compassion, for you are stronger than you know. And then we have another pink crystal with the pink sapphire. So that's telling me that we are working with that high heart, super endlessly compassionate high heart chakra. And that is just so gorgeous. And then we have a 44 here. So pink sapphire, forgiveness, choosing to heal, acceptance, letting go, and soothing the heart. Have you heard that forgiveness is a gift you give yourself? Pink Sapphire Spirit's message to you is not to concern yourself with the law of karma right now, for while your loving heart wants to see justice served for the good of all, in this moment, you are called to align yourself with the universal laws by choosing to heal yourself. It is time to start the process of forgiving those who did you harm And that means deciding consciously that they will not determine your story of who you are and what you have experienced. For you are a powerful storyteller and co-creator, and you will tell a heroic tale of overcoming that which has caused you pain. Your willingness to engage in healing, to free yourself from your past and soothe your heart is an awesome superpower. Pink Sapphire Spirit is here as a reminder that you can do the work, that walking through the forge of fire and letting go of the pain will remake you strong as steel going forward. You will persist as you embrace the wisdom that you have earned. Find the power to say never again by making the choice to heal yourself. I have a little dog behind me making lots of noise, so perhaps you hear little Lizzie trying to get comfortable, trying to find some comfort in all of this discomfort surrounding us. But we can do the work, let go of the pain, and be stronger for it. Positive things are to come, and you can rest assured that the conscious universe is your ally in this process of healing, acceptance, and forgiving. So these are, I'm thinking of the prickly pear. You know, it's not particularly prickly, is it? It's quite a soft, beautiful fruit, but it does have to have its defenses. So perhaps we've been pruning our stickers, or at least mending and tending to the things that poke deep into our heart and finding some softness, some creativity, and some nourishment. We had one more crystal come forward today, and that is Tiger's Eye, bringing us positive willpower, optimism, the power to manifest essence into form and clear purpose. Everything, including our planet, began as an idea in the sea of infinite possibility before becoming manifest in the realm of form. And the conditions you see today are the result of intentions created in the past. Know that in this moment you have the power to begin co-creating something new with the conscious universe. You have what it takes to do what needs to be done. So with that clear intention in mind, take a deep breath and roll up your sleeves and begin the work, because it's time to get down to business. Tiger's Eye Spirit reminds you not to get distracted by the largeness of a task, as you have the conscious universe working with you, sending allies and messages to make the job easier. Like the mountain goat ascending the peak one step at a time, you can let go of your worries and just look for the next foothold as you begin the manifestation process, or as you begin your healing process, or your journey inward, or your journey through transformation. Prepare the soil for planting. Crack a book that will educate you in the next phase, and get ready for some powerful manifestation energy to partner with you. So Spirit is reinforcing everything that we've been working on, working towards. It sounds like we're finding out the direction that we need to go and getting some clarity. And just like me getting back onto this recording mission, it feels so big, and ultimately I've been approaching this reading with this one step at a time energy, one bite at a time. It's just I've been getting so behind on everything, and it's just been accumulating, and now we have to face it and deal with it. And I guess, like that mountain goat, we just have to find that next step, the closest thing to you, and develop a relationship with that. We don't need to go climb the whole mountain right now. We are just getting that next foothold. And we can't rush it. It has its own time frame. You're exactly where you need to be, however. So let's get an animal spirit. Can I get an animal spirit to guide us forward? I got 3. Again, I only asked for 1, but 3 came out. So we have the lizard, regeneration. As a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt. Embrace your transformation. There it is again, transformation. Put on your new cloak, and you are a master of regeneration. Appropriate in this year of the snake, shedding these old layers. We have outgrown the container. We are metamorphizing. You know what I'm trying to say. We are changing our old patterns, our old ways of coping and of thinking. And it might not be the most glamorous process, but on the other side, there's going to be so much freedom and space, and it's going to be beautiful. We have also the bison, abundance. Sacred buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom. Keep me warm through the storms of life. Fill my fire with goodness and teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. Trigger word, prayer. Have we been doing that religious trauma healing? Because I've been working on it. Weathering the storm is really coming out. And these bison are stronger together. So it is a good time to step forward and try to find that soul tribe so we can get through this harsh season. Fill my life with goodness. So making space in that transformation, shedding the skin, making room for wisdom and the light to shine in the dark places. But you are protected and fortified. And I'm drawn to the breath on this, so let's just take a deep breath and let that fall away. We are going to welcome in wisdom in those cold, icy places. And hey, actually, the next card is Moose with his wisdom. Let your head and mind reach the stars, yet keep your feet grounded on the earth. Listen to the ancient wisdom in your soul. The ancestors speak through you, and you know much. So we have more winter scenery. So I don't know that we're in the warmest, fluffiest phase in life, but we've been working on learning what it means to be grounded, to listen, seeing the antlers as an extension as the ears, sort of taking in all of this information. And in the silence of the forest, we can hear the whispers of intuition leading us where we need to go. So listen to that wise voice in your heart as you move forward and illuminate this transformation process that we are on. And now let's talk alchemy. How appropriate. Here we are. If you're listening to this in real time, we're just about to have the autumn equinox. And this is the card of autumn. Things are falling away. We have been through a cycle of growth, life, birth, re-death, and now again that old layer is shedding. So this is the culmination, the broad view, and generosity. In alchemical terms, autumn is the denouement of Earth's grand narrative. It is the symbol of culmination, harvesting, and resolution. This story of our year finds closure, and we begin to look towards the horizons of the next one. It is likely this card will appear as an indicator of efforts culminating, of hard work paying off, of fruit hanging low for the taking. Gratitude and generosity are the spirit of the season, so share the wealth of your fortune. Looking back, you realize many hands and hearts have helped you along the way. Holding tight to your bounty won't do you any good. The alchemist shares their wisdom and wealth. They offer their boons back to the world as part of the ongoing cycle. Be like an autumnal tree. Come to fruition and then release. Fall is related to the earth element in the cardinal direction of the west. You may be reminded of distant relatives or ancestors. Welcome them into your harvest celebrations. Okay, so some ancestor work might be really beneficial to us. I am sure they are so proud of us to see what we have gone through and transformed and the person that we are stepping into. So it's time to release the old and come to a place of gratitude and acceptance for the season that we find ourselves in. And I find it extra appropriate that we have this theme of giving back. It's very much the vein I am doing these readings in my darkest times. I've relied on lots of spiritual types and readers on YouTube to help me show up when I wasn't able to make the connections myself at that time. And also, I'm about to sit down and write a newsletter. In fact, you might be hearing this from the newsletter because I will definitely be linking them together. It's something I've been wanting to do for a long time, but again, the task seems just so monumental that don't even know where to start. And we're starting by pressing record and just letting a little ramble happen. But I do want to give away some services, so, or rather make good on a giveaway that I wanted to start as far as mental health and tattooing go. But since I stepped up and made it known to the universe that I was ready to help other people help themselves first, I needed to take care of myself and get a few things sorted. More than a few things, but that's okay. We're just taking that leap one step at a time as we turn that lead into gold, finding something beautiful in the wreckage. So as we are in this period of transformation and release, let's see if we can get someone else to step forward with some guidance. And here we have priestess, intuition, and star, wonder. So we're seeing these skies open up. We're finding some silence where we can tap in to that inner wisdom. So with that priestess, its shadow is reason, getting too bogged up in the nagging of the mind and the anxiety and the second guessing and all of those stories that the mind tells us. It's not the enemy. It's very smart, very useful, but it is just one of our many tools, and we need to give space to that inner wisdom. Priestess is a hollow bone, a clear and open channel for receiving and transmitting divine wisdom. Through the ages, she has spoken on behalf of the great goddess, holding authority and insight as an intermediary between the physical and spiritual realms. Honor the prophetic lineage of priestess by cultivating your intuition as the voice of the divinity that resides within. A card about opening up what lies beyond our five senses. Priestess asks you to listen deeply and heed your inner knowing. An audience with the priestess means that unseen powers are at work. If you are navigating unknowns, either yourself or another, become a vessel for visionary guidance. Articulate what you hope to clarify and wait for a response. The answer may come in many forms: a bodily knowing, a premonition, a sudden momentum toward or away from the matter at hand. Pay special attention to the area of the forehead between the eyebrows, where many religions believe higher perception resides. The brow chakra. Talking about that third eye, known in Buddhism, Hinduism, and Taoism as the third eye. It is here that the mind, psychic impressions, and empathy converge. Rather than relying on others to guide you or listening solely to the voice of reason, whose logic can drown out deeper knowing, hearken to your inborn oracle. Likewise, avoid getting stuck in the belief that you already have all of the answers, which can shut down the ability to attune your sixth sense. Be open, and you shall be ready to receive and perceive. Priestess serves the highest good. Through her, the divine feminine speaks truth and acts in the name of love. She calls you to become a conduit as well, beseeching you to be the voice of eternal wisdom that infuses the sacred into every aspect of life. Priestess reminds you that ultimately you are not your mind, body, or experiences. You are that which was never born and therefore can never die, the quiet, hidden ecstasy that permeates everything and makes all things holy. It's so beautiful. Who doesn't love the priestess showing up in any reading? We have with her the star, wonder, and in its shadow, skepticism. Are we second guessing ourselves here? Humans have always been stargazers. Through the night sky, we see into the vast universe and are pulled in awe towards mystery. In antiquity, many cultures were obsessed with the other world that was revealed when the sun sank below the horizon. The gods appeared as heavenly bodies, the constellations told stories, and the stars conveyed instructions. Today's star is sending you a message. Go forth into the night and rekindle your sense of wonder. Especially when we're deep in that transformation process and that dark void cave of healing. What's so beautiful about the night, right? That's when we can see all of the stars and our perceptions are shifted. We might start relying on other senses. Our vision might be blocked, but in that silence and in that reflection, there is much gold. Falling under the spell of the Milky Way and tracking shooting stars across the sky are journeys of enchantment that open the doorway to reverence. From here, cross the threshold into the temple of your spiritual life, priestess, and lay the foundation for a meaningful existence. Your soul requires ample opportunity to marvel at what the ancient Egyptians called the mystery of the invisible. Star invites you to lose yourself in the infinite only to find yourself again as part of a larger cosmic order. Star and her celestial companions can guide your way. They have long served as portals into the unknown, as well as tools for navigation on Earth. So maybe take a look at that natal chart, see what tasty goodies you can find to help you in this transformation process. I know it's helped me immensely. And I would love to go deeper with you there. If that resonates, let me know. So next time you wonder if your life is on course, look up. The wisdom tradition of astrology offers a luminous blueprint of your life path and insight into archetypal human patterns. Invest in a reading of your birth chart and see for yourself. That's just what the thing says, okay? I didn't know that was coming. But yeah, get your birth chart looked at. Life has, our check engine light is on, and in the natal chart is a really wonderful stellar guide to the inner workings of the energetic nuances, the stuff. So in Latin, the word disaster, dis meaning apart, and aster meaning star, portends the unfortunate outcomes of losing your connection to the map of the night sky and your intrinsic wonderment. If you have drawn star, you may have fallen under the tyranny of the rational mind. Realign yourself with astonishing possibility rather than skeptical limitation. Tonight, stand at the window, awaiting first starlight. Conjure your heart's desire and broadcast a wish out to the universe. Let wonder and wisdom meet, each expanding ad infinitum, the other's domain. Oh man, that's a fancy message. So, my voice started doing a weird thing. I love these guidebooks. I'm relying on them heavily today just because I am so nervous to start stepping out and doing the readings. So hopefully you don't mind too much. And of course, this process will evolve and grow as I tend to it. But right now, I really need the guidebooks. And certainly, there's different voices. That's all I'm saying. There's different voices. But this guy, I don't use the guidebook for. This is actually my first ever oracle deck. So this is a Gaia Messenger oracle. And let's see if I can have another. Oh, that fell out right away. So observe in silence. Sounds like there is a lot of silence going on. We might not feel as connected as we would like to be, or just in that void state, void space. I guess I don't need to elaborate further because it can be so many things. Oops, I dropped my coaster. But observe in silence. This is not the time to act. The transformation is action enough. So observe and witness in silence. In need and necessity, we're finding balance, that yin and the yang. Wisdom's not listening just to the rational mind. We have that heart component to it, and we're finding out where our compass lies. We might need to be taking a higher perspective. I see, or might, we don't need to do anything. We might be invited to take a higher perspective, take that bird's eye view and get some clarity on what's going on. But especially now in the fall Virgo season, making the cut, what needs to leave, what needs to stay behind in that last chapter, and what we can hold space for as we continue forward in this next phase, this next stage. So things seem to not always go according to plan. Maybe you've noticed. And I lost the end of my audio for the remainder of the reading. So I'm just going to consider that a little private message for myself and close out our reading today with a message from the unicorns. So let's dive in. We're going to get different cards than the ones that first came out because I just can't get that again. And that's okay. We're readjusting and moving on. And we have here sanctuary. Take time out from the world. Spend more time alone. Meditate or go on retreat. So we just have to embrace this pause. We're doing the unseen work. And carve out the space for you. You know, fortify your cocoon. Do something nice for yourself in the place that you're at. Start small, perhaps with your bedroom space, your living room space, your workspace. And let's see if we can't try to adjust that a little bit to make it our sanctuary for this process that we are going through. All right, everybody, that's going to be our reading. I am exhausted. We had a bunch of stuff that didn't quite make it, and I am learning how to do this whole program and everything. So good day to you, good evening, wherever you are. Much love, and thanks for tuning in with me today. Bye.